Okay, it's died. So we can just start now.
Sounds good.
Yep. And we are live. So hello everybody, what's up? Welcome to another stream. So in the stream we have Captain Cummings here. What's up? Are you doing?
Hello. Oh,
And
I am fantastic.
all right, so we're gonna talk a lot more about Marvel Comics once again. Right after we did a chat with Aiden last time, I did a chat with Aiden last time. Apparently you're so jealous.
Oh yeah, it was a fun chat.
All right, so we're gonna be a little bit focusing more on the social justice side on the comics, because we apparently I don't know, my chat with Aiden, we got lost nerding out to a lot of things.
Well, you guys delved into a lot of interesting stuff,
Uh-huh.
especially with like the philosophy of Superman and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, so we did that, and today we're gonna talk a couple of things. Let's see how many people came in. So the chat's already been catching out. Hopefully you're catching in with the chat as well, because it's glorious.
Oh, I need to get on my phone. I'll get it.
Yeah, all
Okay.
right. Yeah, just try to catch up with the chat. It's glorious. Okay, so chat, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. We have 31 viewers here, so we're not already pretty good. So
Okay. Sorry about that.
right. Okay. So anyway, let's just start off talking about. Let's talk. Start off talking about the Eisner Award, because this is the one that trigger that. Well, it wasn't really that. We've been planning for doing this for like the weekend, but you said you can't do it weekend. So I thought you said you can do it weekend.
I'm busy this exact weekend. I'm every weekend of the 1 week in a month. I'm busy, and so
Ah, all right.
it's a really busy weekend.
Okay. So, you're pretty busy this weekend, so we're just gonna do it. Actually, this is Saturday now, so it's Friday, still Friday then. Anyway, we're just gonna talk a little bit about the Eisner Awards, because if you're just gonna try to explain to the audiences here the Eisner Award, what is it about, and what is your issue with it?
Well, the Eisner Awards is the biggest like award that they give out in the industry. They have different. It's like the Oscars, and it's
Yeah,
given out at the biggest con, which is, um,
the
San Diego
San
Comic
Diego
Con.
Comic Con. Yeah.
And the big thing that I noticed this year was they had Mockingbird, Chelsea Kane for like best writer.
Yep. They had
Um,
They had her. So for those of you who are wondering, I forgot to update the description, but I'm just gonna show it on screen. Wait a second. I'm gonna try to show it on screen.
yes.
Yep.
So it got for best new series and best writer.
Yep. Well, oh, best new series. Oh no. Oh, all right.
It went on for seven. It went on for like 7 or 8 issues, and then was canceled.
How can someone Chelsea K just got best new series, best writer. It was a little baffling though, because I'm pretty sure you've read the entire Mockingbird run.
I read the first issue,
Uh huh.
and the first one they hadn't ham-fisted in any feminist stuff yet. I
Uh
think
huh.
somebody said that it came in around like issue 3 or 4, and I've seen the panels, and I mean they're silly.
Yeah.
Um, so then you get to like 7 or 8, and they throw that cover on there, the infamous cover. That's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. And Chelsea K was nominated for best writer alongside Max Landis. I mean, come on. Come on, Max Landis is great. Max Landis is good. Like, there are things that I disagree with him, but he's a good writer. Come on, like,
Ed Brubaker.
just Ed Brubaker. Oh my god, why?
I don't think I personally don't think you should be up for an award like best writer if you've only written one thing. So like
Yeah,
I don't agree with Ed Brubaker on his 10th anniversary special. Like that shouldn't be on there for best writer. But Kill or Be Killed and Velvet and all that other stuff is fine.
right. Oh,
So
damn. Apparently, chat's telling me that my mic is too loud. Right, I tuning it down. Minus 5 decibels. Right, so there's that. Anyway, going back. Best new series. So let's check out what's on the best new series. Maybe there are other things that are
Okay.
the best new series. Okay, these are still nominations though, so not
Yeah.
really not really the new the winner. But if Mockingbird got winner, I would be shocked honestly. I would be so
Well,
shocked.
that Faith is that the body positivity book. So that one's
Oh
pretty.
damn! Oh damn!
That one's
Yeah.
on there too.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Deathstroke.
Oh damn! Yeah, yeah. I got it. It was that comic book where they had that this fat chick as a superhero. Oh,
Yeah.
it was cringy. I just saw it. I just saw the cover of that. It was, oh my god! It was so cringy. It was just the cringiest thing. So yeah, Mockingbird got new series, and of course Mockingbird. If you haven't already realized, Mockingbird is that comic with the "Ask Me About My Feminist Agenda" thing, which is just the most ridiculous thing ever. Just why would someone even put it on there? Like the most interesting thing about Chelsea is that she, I think already I already discussed this in my first Marvel video. She has her own blog, and in her own blog, she's basically talking about how she got a lot of hate, and I'm just gonna show it to you. Here it is. Here's the paragraph that I want to highlight to you. I'm just gonna read it to you guys. Comic readers are 99% the best people you'd ever want to meet. The other 1% can be really, really mean.
That's life.
Yeah. I was like, okay, Chelsea, yeah, I get it. Yeah, the 1% can be really mean. Yeah, good for you. Good for you for highlighting that. Uh, Perhaps that statistics hold true across human. Yeah, you have you ever heard of that freaking law that says 90% of everything is crap? That's probably includes human beings too. Such a very nihilistic view on mankind. Damn. Anyway, this is the kind of beat. It's misogynist and dismissive and obsessive, and it thrives off of taking down other people. I've blocked 8 people in my years of Twitter. 7 were on Wednesday. You just blocked 7 people on like the first day. Just one day. What? What? Chelsea, man, Jesus. The first person I blocked several months ago had this to say: "Thanks at Chelsea Kane for ruining my favorite character with your feminist crap." How is
That's
that?
not even that mean.
That's not even mean. Come on, Chelsea. Come on. Damn, my mic is popping very loudly. Sorry about that, chat. I'll try to tune down. What is the freaking
The worst
game?
thing
81.
the worst thing I had to block somebody over was the fact that that I liked arguing with them, and I'm like, I can't waste time arguing with you because you're dumb.
All right. So, okay, chat. I'm tuning the gain down to 70 now. It was 81. 81 is the point where it's clipping on 81. So 70 should be good, hopefully. So if any more technical difficulties, you can report it to me. Right. So there's her crying out, and it was apparently that she received like awards for the like. Wait a second. I think I have this article here on my. Whoops. Get out. Wait a second. I think there was that Chelsea blog post. People cannot. Basically, her book got an award in Amazon for like bestseller. In some ways,
I believe she's like a huge best-selling author. So
yeah, best-selling author in Amazon. So I'm gonna show you to you. I think I already showed it in my other video, but it was too old. So behind the scam, what does it take to be a best-selling author in Amazon? $3 and 5 minutes. So literally, this is an article literally telling people how to be the #1 bestseller, and it is literally a scam. It is a scam. I'm just gonna wait a second. Your mic is popping his hate speech. Right, so I'm just gonna try to send it to you the link here. The article is hilarious. So you can.
So basically, you can become a bestseller without doing anything.
Yep, basically, just it's literally someone writing my book 2 seconds. The book is called Putting My Foot Down. And then formatting on Amazon, blah, 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 blah. Designing my cover, waiting for approval from Amazon. We got approved. Amazon page is live. Asking 3 friends to buy the book, sell some copies, then it's bestseller.
That's interesting because I always wondered why she was writing comic books, since if you're a best-selling author in books, why are you writing comic books? Because they don't sell as much.
Yeah, I'm not sure what her other works are, because it seems like, wait a second, I can't really get to her. Seems like our other works are mostly on novels. Yeah, it's a novel. So
Yeah.
fix your goddamn maker popping because a fucking microaggression. Okay, sorry, Jesus Christ. I'll try to tune 79. What? I already tuned it down to. Okay, this should be good. This is 67. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is going on with the mic? Right. Don't change on me again. Damn it. Windows 10 is a it's been an asshole for USB microphones in general. All right. So anyway, there's that. So and the thing is, I think I've seen a little bit of the feminist infiltration from towards the comic book industry. Like, first one, it got Mockingbird, and then the Feminist Store. Which have you read Feminist Store?
No, I personally haven't enjoyed Feminist Store issue. I've seen that one panel, and that was enough to steer me clear.
Yeah, I get it. I understand, because apparently people say that it turns it back to 81. I don't get. Stop. Oh, fucking. All right. Okay. I'll try to distance myself over the microphone. So hopefully this one is good. Jesus Christ. I don't know. What the Stop. Jesus Christ. It changes on itself. It's like a ghost. It's like a ghost. It's holy shit.
It said, is it on auto?
Is it on auto? What?
I don't know what that means.
The fuck? I don't really know. I've been doing this and I don't really know. Don't get so close to it. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh my god! I'm gonna show it to you, chat. Here. This is a freaking ghost phenomenon. We have a little bit of it. We need some exorcists coming in here. So that's the gain at 81, and then it will rapidly change into 80. It will rapidly change into 86. Okay, I'm gonna tune the gain down. Okay, you guys see this? Okay, it's on 60. I tuned it down to 61. Stop coming up. Freaking hell. Okay. Holy fuck. It 61, not 69, you dirty piece of shit. Oh my god. Fucking hell. My microphone has been taken over. The
feminists got you. They know they have the supervillain on your live stream with you.
Oh, damn. Okay, it's possessed. It's possessed. Okay, stop. Stop it. Stay there. Fucking hell. Right, at least it's recorded now. At least we know that there's a ghost exists within YouTube, which is why we shouldn't kill people on YouTube Live. Stop killing people at Facebook Live too. Rapists, all the rapists and the criminals out there. Stop using Facebook Live to live stream yourself killing people. The demons have been haunting the internet. Alright, okay, anyway. So now we're gonna talk a little bit about the Secret Empire, which is the Marvel Comics written by Nick Spencer, and it was the one with the Captain America thing and the Captain America being Hydra Nazi thing. And so I just want to get to you. What do you think about the idea of Captain America being a Hydra Nazi, whatever?
Well, I mean, I like the idea that comic book people can create good stories. So my theory is that, that any idea could be a good story, but when you get to the reality, you know that's not a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Captain America being a Hydra agent just doesn't make any sense unless it's mind control, which is what this is about. But it's just gone on far too long. It's been like a year.
Yeah, yeah. It's literal mind control. It was apparently mind control using the cosmic cube,
The
which is
Cosmic Cube.
the cosmic cube, and which is a mind control. It's so powerful. It turns a freaking Holocaust survivor into a Nazi. Like
It doesn't make any
that
sense.
doesn't make any sense. Although to be fair, Magneto he acts like a Nazi. He throughout his entire run. The way he acts has super feeling. He is essentially Hitler, but it's just that I don't see the necessity of slapping the Nazi label on him. Like you don't have to. How he acts, how he behaves is already Hitler. So so anyway, you've read Secret Empire #0, right?
Yes, I've read #0 and I've read #1. I gave on my video #0 a 7, I think.
Uh-huh.
I thought, like, I didn't love it, but it's so much better than what Marvel's putting out,
Uh-huh.
like across the aisle, across
Mm-hmm.
everything, that I was like, you know, check it out if you want to read something that's good at Marvel, at least. And
Mm-hmm.
then #1, I read it today, and I've scanned all the pages, and I'll have a review coming out. And it really let me down because it's like you're reading a Star Trek episode, and not in a
Ah.
good way.
Ah.
You know, I mean, like they just stand around and talk, and when you get to the action, like that's the stuff where they cut scene, and it's like, well, you know, comic books are supposed to be about the action,
Mm-hmm. So
not
they
about like eating dinner.
all right. So apparently they have all these characters. They have these couple of so you got so many people from the Avengers. You have some people the Guardians apparently. So the Secret Empire crossover history. What is the overarching story is about? What is it? Is it about trying to fight the Nazi Captain America and what he's trying to do or whatever? Can you?
Yeah, that's short. That's basically in a gist what it's about. I
Mm,
honestly think that it has so many parallels to just America at this point in time, because there's a
mm,
shield that
yeah.
encompasses all of America. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I guess that could be seen as the wall. Captain
Oh yeah.
America is this evil, literally Hitler character. You know, that's
Uh-huh.
obviously, in my opinion, Donald Trump.
Uh-huh.
You know, um, and in this place, they're actually changing history in school, and it's like, well, you see that in a lot of places right now as well. You know, so it's crazy, like the parallels that you see to America right now. And I mean, why do people want to read that? You know, that seems like people want to escape that sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Okay, and I think I get it why they decided to make Captain America as this literal Nazi. Because here's the thing, I don't know who read this comment, but I don't know who made this comment, but someone say that they made Captain America a Nazi because they knew that Trump won, and by the time Trump won, and they decided, and Trump is the leader of America, he's president of the United States, so they decided to put him as him is a representation in Captain America, which is yeah, I can like if Captain America is basically supposed to represent America, and Trump is now the president of the United States, and you're literally calling Trump a Nazi, so well, you're gonna call everybody a Nazi. So
Well, I think it's this weird parallel where, I mean, they had decided they were going to do this before the election. I
uh-huh.
think they thought Hillary Clinton was going to win,
Of course.
and it just backfired on them, you know. And so now they're actually publishing what they see, you know. And it's this weird. Did you see the Hillary Clinton comic that's like The
Yes.
Watchmen?
Yes, it was in the
Oh
Watchmen.
my God.
It was
That was
cringy.
like the cringiest thing.
It was so. So if you guys don't know, there's a Hillary Clinton. There was a Hillary Clinton comic in the Watchmen Was it in the crossover? I forgot. Was it in the crossover? Or
It's
was it?
somebody. I think somebody's just posting it on a website. I don't think it's actually published at DC.
Oh, okay. But I hope it's not, because I hope if it's just a fan fiction, yeah, I'm cool with it if it's just a fan fiction, because it is literally fan fiction, and yeah, fan fiction can is cringy, and but if that's like on if that's actually on DC, or if that's actually in any of the Marvel comics, I'm honestly at the point where I'm not surprised. It's going to appear anyway. These constant pandering, these political propaganda nonsense that has been going on. So anyway, Secret Empire number 0. Apparently they had America Chavez in it. So do you have any idea who she is? Because
Yeah, she's that cringy lesbian
yeah,
raised by two mothers and can punch Hitler in the face.
yeah. It was like the writer. I've watched this video of someone basically describing the entire run. This America Chavez superhero is basically is this black woman. She's a superhero who is a lesbian. She was raised by two mothers, and she apparently got sent to Earth or something. And this is the same superhero that utters that line. What in the name of holy menstruation is you're doing here? Such cringy lines. But
Oh, it's the cringiest.
it's so cringy. And if that's not enough, she has a lesbian. She has a lesbian. Like they basically put everything that was progressive in the entire world. They put it together. They slap it down, combine it in one comic, and you got America Chavez. And it results in the most Tumblr, the cringiest comic that you'll ever hear in your entire life. What the holy menstruation cycles? Yeah, exactly.
If you actually Google the writer to that book, she looks like the head rapper to Cypress Hill.
How is that even? Yeah, the writer is essentially, I think I forgot. Was it the writer? The writer essentially support progressive things, and basically a man hater, a feminist man hater.
I'm pretty sure she's a Tumblr, right?
Yeah, she's an absolute top right. So it was just the cringiest thing, and I don't know why Marvel's been pushing all of these cringy after cringy things, and it seems like to me that all of this, especially since you talk a little bit about the comic book industry, it's like some sort of infiltration, infiltration, and it's just they're hiring the cheapest of writers, or people. Yeah, they're just cheap and people who are just not skilled at all. And I think
and it's just like the writer situation, from the artist from Indonesia, they didn't process him correctly, I guess, and like interview him.
Yeah, they did. The thing is, well, I don't think that they did. The thing is, Marvel is hiring. They don't hire writers right now. They hire political activists.
Mm-hmm.
They hire political activists.
I think that's sort of changing at this point in time, because I read the number ones, so I'm processing what's coming out, and for a good 3 or 4 months, it was so bad that you couldn't even process the story. You couldn't follow the line of thinking. And while I don't think most of the books are good now that are coming out, they're a tier better. And you're seeing a lot of like the really cringy stuff start to disappear.
Yeah. I can see how the cringy stuff it kind of mellows down, especially after the backlash that everybody starts like, yeah, we've had enough of this Marvel. Just try to actually publish good comic, okay? DC has been doing that with Rebirth, okay? They kind of screwed up with New 52, but Rebirth so far has been entertaining. Batman / The Shadows is I actually decided to read that comic because Razorfist recommended me, and oh my god, it's actually good. I
really good.
I actually want to read it more, and yeah, try to publish good comic. I want to read comic. It's not gonna be sell as well as like say your blockbuster movies and everything like that, but there are still audiences of people who are going to read this, and if you're gonna remove them all by inserting these feminist SJW nonsense, you're going to lose the audiences and the sales are obviously going to drop. And blaming it on diversity because obviously.
Well, and I think part of the problem is you see this is kind of transferring over to the legacy thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their sort of rebirth.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't think that they're going to succeed in it because it seems like they're kind of like trying to set the fence, like we can do all of it. It's like, well, you can do some of it. You should probably take your best stuff out of what you're doing now on diversity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then go back to your core, which is, you know, just good comic books. You know, I don't.
And the thing is about this diversity thing, because the one thing that everybody and their dog has a problem is that when concerning diversity, Marvel is already diverse. Marvel is. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. Apparently, I switched the speakers for a bit. Okay. Sorry. Apparently, they can't hear you for a moment there. Right. So anyway, Marvel has been diverse. The issue is that Marvel has been diverse. They have all these diverse characters. And you just need to just look at the history you just need to look at the history because if you just look at the history of how Marvel characters have been going on, you see all these characters with different races, with different genders, even different sexualities. You have Storm, you have the Captain Marvel chick that Aiden told me she was actually a black woman. And you have all of those, and Starman is gay, and you have Jaime Reyes. You have all of these characters.
Yeah, they made Captain Marvel a black woman in the 80s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So in the 70s, the second team of the X-Men had like a Canadian and a German and a Native American and all this different stuff, and it's like,
yeah, Colossus is a Russian. So it's pretty diverse.
Russian atheist and
now they decided, you know, it would be a good idea to have him wear a shirt that says the verse of the Quran. It was so unusual. And by the way, a lot of people say that the Quran verse thing was some people might not notice and everything like that. Well, here's the problem. People in Indonesia, they wear it's actually a common shirt. It's actually common to wear a shirt that has the Quran verse written in it. So that's why people started to notice. That's why people started to complain, and rightfully so, because it is it is very unusual.
Well, and here's the thing as well. You're not a sports player either, because nobody has letters in American sports on a jersey.
Yeah. Letters. They mostly have numbers too.
Yeah, it's like usually numbers to signify, you know, what number you are. You know, 23.
Nightcrawler is also a Christian, a very heavy Christian. You also have a Muslim X-Men, Soraya Kadir, aka Dust. She's a part of X-Men, and she has a history of her own as well that deals with the actual patriarchy that's been going on in the Middle East. So you have all of these interesting characters from many different timelines, many different universes, and why in the name of God do you have just remove the original characters and try to just and slap in the new one? It's almost tokenism at its highest level.
Well, it is, because think about this. So they take like Ironheart and they make that's basically an Iron Man clone. So you're saying that you can't make a real, and it's the same with, I mean, it's kind of the X-23 was already established, so I'll give her a pass. But it's the same with Woman Thor and who's the other ones? Anyways, so you got all they're copying off the already established heroes, and it's like you guys don't have enough creativity to make a cool character. You have to basically make a token one that's the same as the already established one.
Yeah. It's just the token characters, and the thing is, Marvel has been doing this, and the way Marvel does this is so unnatural. It doesn't smooth in well, because when they did it with other characters that are in a different channel, and I love your channel and your content, but you have so many facts that the comics wrong. Okay, please do correct me on that. Anyway, you have all these characters from these different timelines, and they decided to come in and just change these characters. They
Hmm.
changed one character, and it was like, okay, just if you change one character, the legacy character, that's perfectly fine. But then you change another one, and then you change another one, and then you change
Hmm.
another one, and then you change another one, and then it becomes okay. Okay, I think there's a little bit too much here. Maybe is there something going on here that I missed? Why do you guys decided to change all of these? Like
Well, it's kind of like this. Think about this: if you went to McDonald's and they changed the quarter pounder with cheese to something else,
uh huh.
and you might be like, "Oh, well, I like that, but I guess I'll get a Big Mac." But then you go there and the quarter pounder with cheese is something else, and then they also change, the Big Mac.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Mac's gone, and it's something else now. You're like, well, I don't like either of those. So then you go there and the chicken nuggets are gone. And you're like, dang it, what are you guys doing? That's essentially when you're running a business, you can't change too much of your core. You
Uh-huh.
have to have your core. So, you have to have your Avengers and your X-Men and stuff like that. It has to look somewhat the same. And then you sprinkle in different stuff to see what works.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvel ruined themselves by changing too much.
Yeah, too much. It's like just imagine if this happens in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, you have the
Oh
Marvel
god.
Cinematic Universe. Just it's a nightmare. But just imagine this: you have the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You have all these established characters. You have Iron Man played by Robert Downey Jr. You have Captain America. You have all of these characters. You have Thor, and then all of them coupled up to the Avengers. But then suddenly, in the next phase
Mm-hmm.
of the Avengers, they decided, you know what, we're gonna kill Captain America, no, we're gonna make Captain America to be a Nazi. Then we're gonna have Iron Man and replace Robert Downey Jr. with I don't know anybody else who can play replace him with Ironheart, and then
Beyonce or something.
yeah, so you have all just replace all of these, and you're gonna have people to start to eventually wither away. They're gonna go away from your series because it's not from what they're used to anymore. Recently, if have you ever catched on to what happened with SourceFed Nerd?
Yeah, I did a video on that. SourceFed Nerd had to quit because their content wasn't very good, and
Yeah.
also they copied. They actually plagiarized content from a earlier comic book documentary, and they never
Oh.
I mean, you can check my videos for that. That video didn't do very well, but they copied lines out of it, and I showed that. That was like right after they closed shop, though, so nobody would really care about that.
Yeah. So basically, just to illustrate this, to what happened with SourceFed Nerd. Basically, SourceFed Nerd they quit because business stuff or whatever. Not really sure about that. But then they got replaced by these people who are basically doing the exact same thing, except they don't do it with the original team. They completely replaced it. So what happens is, so you have this channel running with like 1 million subscribers. Let's just say the host is A, then suddenly A quits and source veterans everything is bankrupt and everything like that, or it's out, and then you have B come in and then go into this 1 million subscribers and say, "Hey, this is the new channel now." That's essentially what happens in the Marvel comics. You have these new characters replacing the old characters.
Hmm.
So
I
anyway,
didn't know that. That's mind blowing. Somebody else came in and took over the channel. Did who was it? Viacom that owns SourceFed Nerd?
I'm
Did
not
they
really
like
sure.
sell it to somebody else? Probably, I guess. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm not really sure though, but the one thing that I find very interesting here is someone comment on this. Captain America did not become a Nazi. He followed the old Hydra. He killed the Red Skull for walk away for the Hydra ideals. Where did you get that? Is that really a plot? Because he isn't really a Nazi. Okay, he's a Nazi. He isn't a Nazi. He is a Hydra agent. Hail Hydra. Okay, that's technically not a little accurate. Just a little bit of a misstep there. All right.
I mean, do you know what the Hydra is? It's basically collectivism, which is socialism, which is what the Nazis were.
Yeah.
Like it was all planned out to be that way when they created Hydra, guys.
Yeah, they created Hydra. They created Hydra so that Captain America is not banned in Germany.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
all right. So, anyway, there's that, and now we're gonna discuss a little bit about. Let's get back to Mockingbird because I've had this book, this awful book. Have you read Amazon's Attack?
Amazon's Attack. Is that a Wonder Woman book or what? What
Yes,
is that?
that Wonder Woman book.
I haven't read it. No.
Okay, it's a terrible Wonder Woman book that it leads to that is basically a book that leads to Countdown. I'm sure you know about Countdown.
Oh,
I'm sure you know about Countdown. So that book basically contains well, I don't know whether or not the Amazons really hate men this much. Like the first few lines on that book is literally, "This is the world. This is the world, men's world," and they literally cut off the heads of Abraham Lincoln in the memorial, and just do a full takeover on it. I was like, I don't remember. I don't remember the Amazons this. I don't remember these Amazons this brutal. I was like, maybe I missed a little bit of context. So, but then that requires
that might be a good like Elseworld book or something. But like in continuity, everybody seems to be more even keel. You know, like the Amazons may be man haters, but they don't leave their island. You know, so
yeah. It's just they did leave the island in that book, but to be fair, Countdown as a whole is a mess. Countdown as a whole is a total mess. Like it's 52 books that leads to different issues. Like, did those Amazon bastards also kill a dad and his boy? Yeah. In the book, they have this guy.
Oh yeah, because that 52 is crazy because it has like the time traveler guy. Buster Gold.
Booster Gold.
And he meets up with like Booster Gold, yeah. And so he meets up with like Rip Hunter, and it has the lesbian Batwoman in it as one storyline and all kinds of stuff.
Countdown was years ago. Yeah, Countdown was years ago. I brought this up. I brought Countdown up, Amazon's Attack up, because Amazon's Attack also did a little bit of a political commentary, a little bit of a criticism towards the McCarran Act. Basically, they have the president to commit this act, and apparently at that time, that act was wildly criticized. So, and then I realized, like, yeah, I think comics have been like a medium for people to just shoehorn in some political elements here and there, but at that time, maybe people just didn't ignore it and decided, yeah, Amazon's Attack is crap because the entire book is crap. But then you have current year. We jump into current year, and people, I don't know, for some reason they started to tolerate more and more of this political stuff, and then it happens like, yeah, we've had enough. It's enough. What is this? This is stupid. It's stupider and stupider and stupider. So yeah, it's been happening for the past couple of days. So,
well, and it's kind of, I mean, if you look at it, comics have always been kind of political.
yes.
You know, even the original Secret Empire, which was a Captain America story, was about Richard Nixon. But but the thing is Richard Nixon actually did something illegal.
Yes. Yes.
So that's a good political commentary to have, and the book was good. You know, and this one's kind of, I mean, it's bland, but
yeah. Also, Civil War, the original Civil War, is also a very political movie. Not political comic. Not the movie Civil War, the comic. Because have you read or at least you know the story of the original Civil War? The
Civil War, yeah, I've read it.
Yeah, because
basically Cap and it's basically commentary, I believe, on the Patriot Act, honestly,
Mm.
um, which was big, during the Bush administration. But um, if you read it now, you kind of see it's just, you know, do you have are you allowed to have ambiguity as a
Mm.
person? So you have these people that run around with a mask on,
Mm-hmm.
and do they have to register to be a hero, and this sort of stuff? If you have powers, do you need to register? And that's something that the X-Men had been doing for decades as a storyline, so it wasn't really that new, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because the one thing that I noticed about is, if you guys don't know, if you have the Civil War movie is pretty big, and of course, in that movie, it's Captain America wins, obviously, because it's a Captain America movie. But in the original Civil War, Iron Man is the one who wins. So
Yeah.
I was like, that is completely unusual. Like, it turns out that you have to actually register to be a superhero. Like his side is win, and the Civil War is controversial in a lot of ways. Like, it's a mixed bag book. Some people like it, some people hated it, especially how they decided to handle the rivalries between Captain America, the Cap, and Iron Man. And
Well, it doesn't flow like a real story, you know what I mean? And
oh,
the actual ending where Captain America, goes to jail, and I won't, I guess, is it okay to do a spoiler warning on a 15-year-old book?
it's been years.
but but Captain America dies and is shot, on the way to the courthouse. That's not in the storyline for Civil War. It's in Captain America's book like a month later or something, like a couple weeks later.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like well, that kind of sucks, like the end of the story isn't even in the actual book. Like that always just really got under my skin.
Mm-hmm. And also, have you read Civil War two? Civil War two.
No,
No,
no.
Civil War two, because Civil War two is also because the Mockingbird comic is apparently like a sort of a tie-in to Civil War two as well, a little bit in some ways.
Okay.
So it ties in with Civil War two, and Civil War two is that comic where you have Justin Trudeau as as a freaking punching bag or something like that, as a someone who you fight with. It's like it is. It is so stupid, and it's about as stupid. And the thing is, there was that comic book artist or writer or whoever who basically made this comic with Obama, a Spider-Man comic with literally Obama in the face. It's
Oh yeah,
essentially,
I got that book.
yeah. So it's essentially, how do you call it? Because since you got that book, since you read it, I assume you read it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how is it that book? Is it like basically jerk off to Obama or something? Like, can you?
I think it was a backup story. That was actually like a variant cover,
Oh, okay.
a backup cover. So I like presidential things. So I own that one. I have like, a manga hat.
Uh huh.
I see it as like celebrating history personally, but it's just funny that they do that big cover, but like then they make Donald Trump like a villain in the book in the book. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
that's just silly.
Yeah, there are also other presidents too. But my point is, the writer and the artist who made this Obama comic, even he had enough of the political stuff. Even he had
Hmm.
enough. So just to illustrate to you guys how insane Marvel has been doing this political stuff lately. Like if someone who are willing to put in Obama in his freaking comic book, even as a variant cover, if he say, okay, this thing has been is enough, like that's saying something, guys.
Well, it's funny. It's a double-edged sword with Marvel at this point in time because they want to make comic books fun for kids,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, but kids aren't into politics.
Uh huh. Uh-huh.
Kids
Yeah.
don't care about Donald Trump. They don't care about Obama. They care about, I don't know what kids are into now, but they're not into that. They're maybe Justin Bieber. I don't know, but
Yeah, definitely. Marvel is definitely really not into. the kids are really not into it. So I'm just gonna wait for a second here, because wait a second. Aha, okay. So I think we already came into the. Someone already showed me the Marvel's America. I'm just gonna show it to you. We're going back to
No,
America
the
Chavez.
Chavez.
America Chavez.
Yeah.
Someone.
She was actually drawn correctly, or not correctly, but like normally in the Secret War book, Empire book.
Mm-hmm.
In American Chavez, they draw her like disproportionately, like with a huge ass, basically.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
I have this video right here. So we're just gonna need. I'm just gonna wait. Send you the link.
Okay.
Hugo Chavez. No, you're confusing. There's another one. So I'm just gonna send you the link, and I don't play the video. I'm just gonna need to show you the screenshots of it.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
So
Douglas Hurst. Yeah.
yeah, this is the guy that I was referring to when we were talking about the video, because this is the one thing that she retweeted, which is freaking amazing. You guys, just check this out. At minute 2:39, someone walking into comic book Twitter like, white allies. What is a white ally? An ally in what? The struggle? What did she mean about Harlow respecting our space? Why did people just speak normal around here? I was like, what?
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know. Like, I probably taken her out of context. Like, what's going on here? This is funnier. At minute 2.46, I don't trust anyone that dates mediocre white men. That's the writer of the comic, by the way. That's the writer, and it's
Gabby
so,
Riviera.
yeah, Gabby Riviera. It's so freaking cringy. So wait a second. Chat didn't pop up. Wait a second. Ah, there you are. It is it is so cringy. So it's Latinx Twitter at minute 3:11. You just walked to the wrong neighborhood, white boy. What? What? Freaking hell! Just stop doing.
You
this.
know, these people are always like upper middle class families as well.
Yeah. These people are these are rich people. I just want to say that, because the one weird thing that you might notice is these people who are complaining about diversity. We need more representation in the comic book industry. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, you don't actually do a very good job in your own cliques. You have a couple of people there. There are not just.
Well, it's all about segregating and separating people and making them stay with their own people, and it's like that's not what it's all about. It's about coming together and learning things from each other and getting different perspectives, and they don't do that at all. It's all about, you're going to listen to me, and it's my way or the highway.
Yeah. So because it basically it just misses the point of diversity. Like, when you're supposed to diverse, you're supposed to hang out with group of people that are different than you. And yet these people who are preaching about diversity, they don't want to hang out with groups of people that are diverse than them. They want to segregate. They want to create this group of community of people, of black people, a group of community of Asian or Latinos. And it was such a counterproductive measure on just like, why are you just, it's basically reversing the history. Whatever we do to history about fighting racism, you guys just reverse it back in time. Did someone use the cosmic cube again? I've heard, I don't know.
Do you remember the cartoon The Boondocks, the Martin Luther King episode where he doesn't die, he goes into a coma, but then he comes out of the coma like 30 years later, and he sees everything, and he's like, this is all fucked. like, like that's really where we're at right now. He would be so pissed.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine if Martin Luther King is like alive right now, he would be so pissed of of just the racism that has been
Everybody.
happening. Okay, so I guess we have already that. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about what's going on with the inside of the comic book industry. So you already in one of your videos you're discussing about someone who is inside the comic book industry. Like they made this. Who is that guy who made the false Kickstarter?
Oh, B. Claymore. He
Oh,
actually lives in near me.
oh, who is he? He is. Is he like a comic book
He's
writer?
somebody that he's a comic book writer that does comic books every once in a while. Like he barely writes for
Ah,
the big two.
okay.
He didn't complete his Kickstarter, and he collected $20,000, but he hasn't finished it, and so
Oh,
I made a video about it
oh, okay. All right.
because I figured shaming was the best way to go about it at this point. You know, if you're not going to do your work, then
So yeah, he said he shamed people over when responded criticism.
well. And here's the thing: it was on Ethan Van Sciver's Facebook page, which, if you know who he is, he's a big writer at DC Comics, and
Mm-hmm.
he usually is like, you know, shit posting about liberals, and
Ah.
B. Clay Moore's a liberal, so he always jumps in to have fun about it, and so it was one of those things where they found out because of me that he hadn't completed the Kickstarter,
Uh-huh.
and then they started ragging on him about it, and that's when he was like, he didn't even act like it was a big deal that he didn't have it done, and I was like, well, that's pretty jacked up.
Ah.
Like,
All right. So there's that. And so he's did he any do he's just basically a one timer on comic book stuff, right?
he does this and that. Like, it's he's not a
It's
big
not
name
full.
at all. At all. Yeah.
It's not full. Okay. So what was the other thing that I want to talk about? Cuz apparently there's this here we go. I watched your recent video, that video of that 30-minute video. Which one was it? Which one was it? Apparently, it was about which one was it? I forgot.
Which one?
I forgot. I forgot actually, because I should have noted this. Damn, because it was basically about I don't know. It was basically about I can't really make it out to because
Frank Cho,
no
the
no
one
not
about the comic book cover.
no not about Frank Cho. Frank Cho I already covered it up. Was it Afraid of America? No, no. I'm trying to remember. Let's see.
I do a lot of videos. You do a lot of videos too. You're like a workhorse.
Yeah,
You're pretty
because
good too.
yeah, I've been the thing about me is this what's there okay the thing about me is this I don't I have way too much free time. That's literally it, and I just do these things for fun. So
Yeah.
and you do these vlogs about comic books as well, because have you went to Wervum in Action?
Have I been to what?
Wervum in Action. Do you know Wervum in Action? It's a Reddit.
No,
It's
what is that?
it's a
It's
it's
a
a
Reddit
Reddit.
page. Oh, I'm not big on Reddit.
Okay. So basically,
My
Wervum.
big problem with Reddit basically is it seems like I would always go on to Reddit to like promote my video or whatever, and it's like
Uh,
they block me, and I'm like, you guys. So then I just stay away from Reddit.
no. Well, the thing is, it's not that stay away from Reddit. It's just that people really hated self-post in general. They they,
uh,
they hated people who like just posted like self-promotion and videos, because it's not it just doesn't feel right, because I just don't think that because you don't need to like self-post yourself. You can just literally post a video on YouTube, and you don't have to like self-promote yourself. Hey, please look at me, because I just don't think it's a good tactic. But yeah, whatever. Uh, where was it? Wait a second, because I've had an article that I find very interesting. Because apparently people have been. So what do you think about Marvel blaming it on diversity? Because the sales drop, that's been going on. Do you think is it really about diversity? Because people has been saying no, it's not about
Well,
diversity. So
well, when you read that, the funny thing about that is the way the vice president said it, he was, if you take the context, he was on the side of like the Tumblrites or whatever.
okay.
If you read the whole context of the quote. But they, they're very good at straw manning, and they were so mad about the fact that they, I guess they don't have reading comprehension or something. I'm not sure, but they took him out of context and used it against him as well. While people like me were like, I did a 20-minute video laughing at what he said, and it's like, what he actually said was even funnier than the out of context thing that he said.
Okay.
Um,
What did he actually say?
you would have to go to the original interview, but it was based in a gist. He was saying that um, the fans are saying that diversity isn't what they want, or something basically around the lines, saying that the fans are racist, basically, or sexist, or
Oh
whatever
God.
case may be.
That that that
So that's
that.
what he was saying, and they got pissed off about that. And it's like no, guys, like you're an idiot, but um,
Like, if that's actually what he say, like, didn't people have a reason to angry? Like, if you're calling people or implying that people are racist,
oh,
didn't
that's Marvel does that all the time. When Bendis actually showed the Riri Williams, like they announced it, like they were showing tweets, or they were saying that they were getting angry tweets like the day they announced it. Like the article that they were announcing it, they were saying they were already getting hate. And it's like, yeah, but this is the article you wrote for the announcement. Like, how are you already getting hate over it? Like, I don't understand.
All right, so
It's
apparently you've said, I think, was it in your latest video that you said that you're going to Comic Con?
oh yeah, I did go to I'm not going to the Comic Con. I went to Planet Comic Con last weekend, and
Oh, okay.
I had some fun, interviewed some people. I met Chris Claremont, and he was awesome. Howard Chankin and Steranko, whole bunch of great people
Do you
out
have
there. It was fun.
do you have you what kind of comics have you been reading for, like are there any new series that maybe give recommendations to read?
New comic books, I usually wait for the hardcovers and stuff, but
Ah, okay.
lately I've been reading the reprints of Aliens, like the Dark Horse first series that came out in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I just got the second edition, and it has Sam Keith as the artwork, which I love Sam Keith's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's stylistic and different. Not everybody likes it, but I
Uh,
have the East of West Year 2 that just came out, and Saga Volume 2. I just ordered that, so um,
mhm. The thing is, anything the indie comic devs, the ones that are definitely not Marvel or DC, they've been doing very well so far. Image Comics, with their Walking Dead series, they've been doing really well. I've
yeah. I'm reading this book from what is it called? Sweet Tooth. It's from Jeff Lemire, and that one is like it's like The Walking Dead,
Mhm.
except the people that are born are like animals. They're like hybrid animals of humans. So like the main character has like antlers, and it's really weird, but
Oh, okay.
Walking Dead.
Oh, so it's basically Walking Dead with the people who have hybrids characters or something.
Yes. And so you get like this weird, it kind of feels like Disney, because they're like walking talking animals.
Mm-hmm.
it's in violent Walking Dead fashion.
Okay, all right. So anyway, I think we've gone for almost well we've gone for almost an hour. What were the things that you were? You said you were busy for the next day, tomorrow. Is there?
Hmm.
Is it comic related or other stuff?
No, it's other real life stuff,
Okay,
unfortunately.
okay, all right. So no, just I thought because it's still very early here. It's 10. It's literally 10 a.m. here. So
Mhm.
10 a.m. the next day. So you're still catching up. You're
Oh
still.
yeah, yeah. I've actually been to. I haven't been to Indonesia. We went to. Well, I was in the Navy at one point,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, so we went to Australia and Japan and Thailand and Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
So I've crossed that time. What is it? The prime meridian,
Hmm.
where you change the time to the where you move ahead 24 hours or whatever. It's a pretty weird experience.
Uh-huh. So what's going on with it?
Oh, with the time change,
Hmm.
when you cross when you go from like we would leave Hawaii and we would start to head west or east, or I'm confused,
Ah, okay.
but you start to head towards Japan from like Hawaii, for example. And when you hit that each spot that you go to a new time zone, you click back an hour or ahead an hour. I'm not thinking too logically on it, but you hit the that one where you go back a day, or you go ahead a day if you're going across it to Japan, and if you're coming back to Hawaii, you lose a day. So it's like
Okay,
time
okay.
traveling in a sense,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Essentially, you're moving it with time. Essentially, yeah, I get that. So anyway, we've been talking for like an hour. So it would be appreciated if the chat maybe has a couple of questions to ask.
yeah.
Because it would be really nice. I haven't. Ah, damn! I really wish I woke up a little early because I haven't had breakfast. So we're gonna need to. So I'm gonna scroll in the chat, see what they're talking about. Da, 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 da. What was the?
What kind of questions?
Do you play video games?
Do I play video games? My I've quit for a while. I might get a Switch at some point, but I have like a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis,
Ah, so
so I've
so
been
so
playing retro video games.
so you've been creating. All right, all right. So you haven't really been catching up with the latest in the video games because you don't really like the modern stuff or something.
Well, I might. I've become disenfranchised with the like latest systems. I think I might. I'm buying a new computer sometime next year, and I'll probably get into like
Yeah, the actual
computer
games.
gaming then.
Yeah. Okay. So why am I in Tekken 7? I am I? How am I in Tekken 7? I think that was like a very small cameo. Just because there's a blue hat in there and a red head doesn't mean that I'm actually in Tekken 7. That would be amazing if I'm in there. So
Tips on making comics.
yeah, yeah. Maybe you can share a couple of things.
Tips on making comics. People say that I have a good perspective. I think basically just the best tips is buying books on the great people that you like that make good comics and read what they have to say.
Yeah.
Because they'll lay out the different stuff that you can do. I'm just a schlub that's never actually written a comic book. I just judge it.
Okay. So where did you get the magically sunglasses from, and why do you wear sunglasses at night? Um, I got it thanks to Adpocalypse. The Adpocalypse has been punishing me, so I need to wear protective sunglasses to make sure that YouTube can magically make this content a little bit colorful, a little bit family friendly. So appeal to the YouTube gods, as you said.
Oh yeah, the YouTube gods. That was funny. I'm thinking about going back because it's just funner to be mad.
um, have you watched? Have you catched up with any of the the Marvel TV shows or the movies?
No, because I make too many YouTube videos and read too many
Ah,
comic books, so I don't get to the TV shows. Maybe someday.
how about the movies? Have you catch up with the movies?
The movies, the last one I saw was the stupid Batman and Superman.
Oh.
I watched like 20 minutes of it and then I turned it off.
Oh God. Someone had a question to you. What do you think of Comic Storian?
Comic Storian. Oh, they keep asking me because they know I don't like him. I mean, it's like I'm sure he's a fine person, but his content is basically if you took an album and just uploaded it onto YouTube, that's what he does. You know, he doesn't give like his opinion on what the book is. He just reads the story, like he
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of tells the story or whatever. Like I that's what I think of him.
Yeah, he's
Um,
basically recapping the story,
yeah,
recapping a lot of the story.
I do
So,
like Comic Explained better because he does go more in depth, with
okay.
his opinions, but that's whatever.
Yeah, he's a historian, so there's that. Thoughts on Linkara and Atop the Port Wall? Oh, I watched him quite a lot actually.
Yeah,
Linkara.
I like him.
Uh,
I
I
like him.
I used to like him. I didn't really like him now as much. I still think he makes nice content, but some of his newer stuff, I don't really like some of his newer stuff. A little cringy, but he's fine. He's doing all right. But unfortunately, he's tied in with that guy with the glasses, and I don't really like that guy with the glasses. The people who are involved in it, I don't really like them that
They
much.
were better a long time ago.
Yeah, they used to be really good. They used to be. So where is that?
Somebody's asking if I tried mangas. The whole thing about manga is like you can only. I mean, I guess this is. I don't know what to read. I've watched like Cowboy Bebop when it comes to like anime. Somebody said it was like the best.
Mhm.
No, I mean it was good, but it's like I don't want to go through so much bad just to read the good. I guess you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, some sacrifices have to be made. And yeah, unfortunately, the thing is, when you're going into manga, we're going to comic books, or when you're going to video games, you actually need to get to the garbage stuff, because to actually get to the good stuff, it's hard, because the entertainment industry, I don't know whether or not it's a thing in the entertainment industry, or it has been quite a while, because I need to sit through. I just only recently got to anime and manga, I just like a year ago, and I have to get through some of the stuff that I really don't like, and I have to get through it before I actually find out, oh, they're actually really good stuff. So some sacrifices need to be made to enjoy things, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, and I have so many comic books that I haven't read. It's like you never,
yeah. Yeah, I've had anime that I
you
haven't
know.
I haven't read too. So, Alphabet, we're gonna start up your own comic book series. Uh if I had a good artist, I might. Did you draw your own channel art, or did someone else draw it for you?
Me, no, somebody else drew my channel art. I mean, I'm sure you get a lot of people that send you
Yeah,
stuff as well, just
yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah. The one who drew me
Yeah,
my avatar was ChrisDarkerArt. He's amazing, and he gave it to me for free, and it's freaking brilliant. I love him. I really love him, and the glasses too. Also, I would probably start up. I have interest on doing skits. I don't know, just cringy ass skits. I'm interested to do my own anime opening, but I don't know. It might sound it might be the cringiest thing you'll see in a while, but maybe I'm just gonna do it for little just fun. Wait a
yeah.
second.
That's what I do when I do my intros. I just take random stuff that I think will go together funny, and just go from there.
Yeah, favorite superhero and supervillains.
I like Doctor Doom.
Supervillain. Doctor Doom is a supervillain. Yeah, okay. Uh, as supervillain, hmm, a tough choice. There are so many. I would mention a number of supervillains I like. I like Deathstroke. Um, uh, Basically, some of the Teen Titans villains are nice. Not all, but yeah, some of them are really good. Deathstroke is obviously one of them. But
Hmm.
Deathstroke isn't really he's going back and forth. Sometimes he's a Batman villain,
Yeah, he's
sometimes
like an anti-hero.
yeah. So favorite superhero, it's definitely not Batman. I, I
I really like Batman,
I, I,
but
I started to
I
mellow
don't
down.
know.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. We keep cutting each other off.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, I'm starting to started uh not so appreciative with Batman because I'm more appreciative with his family more than than actually him because
Hmm. Well, I remember you talking about that on the last stream
yeah, I appreciate
with
the yeah, with Aiden. Yeah, I appreciate his family a lot more. I like his family more. I like the sidekicks a lot more than the actual Batman. The actual Batman is pretty boring. So wait a
well, they've
second.
turned him into this perfection now. Like somebody said it the other day, he's basically Bat God, where he can do everything, and it's like, well, what's the point? You don't make anything better, but
Uh, okay, so what is your favorite horror comic? Hmm. I haven't read too much comics,
mm,
so that's a little difficult question.
horror comics. I really like when they put them out. Sabrina the Teenage Witch with Archie. It's a current series coming out, and it's
Mm.
pretty good. Revival with Image is pretty good. It deals with people that are zombies, but they haven't lost their mind. They just come back and they're alive again.
Oh,
So dealing with the fact that some of them were murdered in different ways, and they're dealing with that. It's pretty crazy.
all right. Will the Wonder Woman movie be good? I had hopes. I have hopes for it. I don't think it's
I
gonna
think it
be.
would be good.
I have hopes, but I'm still very skeptical because it's coming from DC.
I think it might be the best DC movie, which isn't really saying that much.
Yeah. Uh, I didn't really like
It's really
DC in the
not.
first place, so uh, I'd be open with working with you on drawing a comic. Yeah, thank you. Actually, not a comic. I would love you to draw animation because I'm more on the anime side rather than the comic side. Comic is nice, but anime is so much better. It's gonna be great. But anyway, if you could have any superpower, what could it be? Difficult question. Try to be a little bit specific. How can I get fan art to you, appabend? You can send it to me on Twitter, either via DM or via just at me to because I read every single ads, and you can also go to my YouTube message and personally send me the fan art, the link also to your deviant art or
Mhm.
whatever. So there's that. Where's could I draw a portrait of you? Yes. Go ahead. Uh, okay. Well, wait a second, wait a second. Oh, I didn't show the chat. Why didn't I? Haha, there we go. Okay, wait a second. All-time favorite comics writer. That's also a difficult question. Uh,
There's so. I mean, I could list off a few. Um, Grant Morrison, Alan Moore, Frank
Grant
Miller.
Morrison. Yeah, okay.
I'll probably get hate for this, but Brian Michael Bendis. He
Ah,
did Ultimate Spider-Man. You can't take that away, even though he's bad now.
yeah. Frank Miller also did really good, but just now I don't know what happens now.
He's bad.
He's insane. He goes
Well, he
insane.
used to be an alcoholic, and he's gone through some rough stuff.
Yeah. Should we talk about Doctor Light? Um, Depends on which part where you say Doctor Light. Doctor Light, if you talk about Doctor Light in the Teen Titans cartoon, like he actually Doctor Light is not the one who's fucked. Raven is the one who is fucked. Basically he's sending him into the darkness, and it was actually it turned him traumatic, and I was like, holy freaking hell, Raven, what the hell were you doing? So Doctor Light, if you're referring to Doctor Light in his at that the identity crisis event where he raped Sue Dibney, or at least it was I forgot. Yeah, he is fucked. He is really fucked.
That was a crazy comic.
Yeah, that's such a crazy, crazy
I know
comic.
people that really hate that story just because of that, and I'm like, I thought it was actually a decent story, but it's pretty crazy.
Opinion on the Gotham series. I did not like it. I didn't like it.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. Okay, the Gotham series. If you don't know, the Gotham series is basically they're telling the story of young Jim Gordon. They're telling the story of young Jim Gordon, and the reason why I didn't like it is because season one they put in way too much of the Batman characters. As shocking as it sounds, but they put in too much Batman characters when they were still young. Surprisingly enough, my favorite character in season one is Penguin. I actually really like him. He is freaking amazing. I don't know
Well, the
about
thing that you think about it, like most of those characters became the characters because they were dealings with Batman.
yeah, yeah. So it kind of counterproductive when you actually try to make it a series, unless if in the end of the season you decided, yeah, we're not gonna make Bruce Wayne Batman. I was like, that's actually a good twist. I don't know because I haven't watched the second season because I thought the first season was crap. Second season, I'm not. I'm probably gonna watch it. Just a little bit of probably a little bit wondering, try to just try to check out, see whether or not it's good. So let's try to get the question here. Are you guys fans of Zatanna? I Yeah, I love her. She's great. Zatanna is amazing. Damn.
Would you rather read Marvel comics or fan fiction?
You can't. You can't.
It's the same thing. At least fan fiction is free. I mean,
Yeah, at least fanfiction is free. I'll put it on DeviantArt for you. Can you send me a picture of yourself so you can use it as a reference for the image? Well, you can just use my avatar. Just me doing that thing. Just me doing this face. So if someone put on a red wig, would you let them kick you in the balls? I'm not gonna let Big Red kick me in the balls. That's for sure. I mean, I like redheads, but man, if you're gonna tell me that the redhead should be the Big Red, no, no, just no. Oh yeah, Zatanna is gangsta. She just mind rapes Light. Yeah, yeah. She not only mind rapes Light, she essentially removed Batman noticed her, and she removed his like a part of the memory so that he basically forget. Like, just a fucked up story. Really fucked up story. So I stopped scrolling, auto scrolling down. Uh, what do you think of the last Guardians of the Galaxy run? What do you think of the last Guardians? Are you talking about the movie or the comic books?
I think they're talking about the Brian Michael Bendis comic. I heard it wasn't very good. I haven't read it though.
Oh.
I mean, if it's as good as everything else that I've been reading.
I mean, Penguin is gay and dead. Like, screw you, screw you, screw you, Gotham. Stop, no, just no.
They killed him.
Fuck off! Oh my god. That. What do you think of CW and how they adapted the DC universe? CWs, the CW, the Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. In some ways,
I hear people really like them. I mean,
the thing is, Arrow season 1 and season 2 were really good. I absolutely loved them. Flash season 1 and season 2 were also really good. But then they started to do DC Legends of Tomorrow. Legends of Tomorrow was terrible. Legends of Tomorrow was bad. Then they have Supergirl, which was also terrible. And then Arrow starts to do season 3 and then season 4. Both of them are really not that good. Especially when Arrow decided, what would be a good idea if we put in, basically make the villain to say, make Star City great again. I was like, okay. Okay.
So basically all of TV is turned on to the whole.
Yeah. It's actually the DC TV now has been. It's kind of weird. The DC, if you want to go for, they both are doing SJW stuff. It's just that DC is doing it on the TV or the CW.
Well, I heard that Agents of Shield is doing that too. And that's why that
Yeah,
show's probably going to be.
Agents of
So
Shield wasn't. I haven't watched Agents of Shield. I heard it wasn't that great, but
I watched one episode. I watched the pilot, and I was like, it's all right.
yeah. Hmm. Let's check out the question. Nope, nope.
Oh,
Fantasy.
somebody asked what ship I was on. I was on the Ronald Reagan, and I was also on the USS Russell.
Oh, nice. Favorite fantasy race? Hmm.
What does that
Yep.
mean?
It can either
Race of aliens or whatever.
no fantasy race of fantasy things. It's like elves, the dwarves, or the orcs, or
Yeah,
uh,
I would say like the green women on Star Trek.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting that they put Zoe Saldana in Guardians of the Galaxy because she is also in Star Trek. So,
Oh yeah.
it's kind of a little bit of a weird crossover. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
would you go gay for Penguin? No, not really. Not really. He's adorable, but he's not. But he's. I wouldn't go gay on him. Wait a second. The problem with Arrow is that they're trying to make him like Batman. Um. Yeah. The thing about Green Arrow is that if you know Oliver Queen, he's essentially kind of has this witticism of Indiana Jones. Like he does throw in quips here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So they try to turn him into Batman. But although to be fair, season one is about a very dark story, and he doesn't really do quips. But uh, it's just that they decided to just embrace the Arrow identity. I am Green Arrow only at season 4, which is like if not supernatural. It's just like if Smallville decided Clark Kent should be Superman at season 10. It's, have you guys watched Riverdale on the CW? I haven't. I don't really like. Is Riverdale
Archie.
Archie? Yeah, Archie. Okay. Favorite opening and ending themes to TV shows to movies. Mm, um, I like the
Favorite.
Daredevil. I like the Daredevil opening. The Daredevil opening is pretty good. But
I think the Walking Dead's pretty epic. With that weird music.
yeah, yeah. Walking Dead is also there. Game of Thrones.
I
Also
like
there.
the last show that I really liked was the Breaking Bad.
Ah, yes, Breaking Bad.
Its opening was pretty crazy too when the music come on, because they'd always show you something really crazy and then they would start the music and you'd get all hyped up.
Okay. What do you think of Venom? I like Venom. I like
Venom.
him. He's a good
Venom's
villain.
pretty awesome.
Appa, boobs or booty?
Boobs or booty.
I
Do
should.
you really have to choose?
Do you really have to choose? Good answer. Do you think Marvel films could be taken over by SJWs and become like their comics? Could be.
I think the thing I would say about this is Star Wars is kind of SJW. The thing
Yeah.
is like Disney has a good reputation for making solid movies, even if it's politically driven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, especially concerning Star Wars, like the female protagonist is getting a little. Okay, 2 movies. I give you 2 movies. Maybe if you make 3 or 4 or 5 maybe spin-offs with lots of the female protagonists, I was like, okay, tone it down, guys, a little bit. But I don't know. If you want
The
to
next
watch, yeah.
Han Solo movie is going to be a transgender or something.
and the thing is, if you guys write the female characters well, I would be totally okay. But I didn't like both Ray and Jin Urso, so oh yeah,
No, they're the weakest characters in all movies.
yeah, they're weak. By the way, it's Revenge of the Sixth. It's Revenge of the Sixth, as opposed to May the Fourth, and then Revenge of the Fifth, and then Revenge of the Sixth. I don't know. Was it Revenge of the Sixth? So, have you watched any Legion? Oh, I wanted to watch Legion. I really do. It's such an interesting TV series. I really want to get to it. So, wait a second. Let's get to the questions. What is the lamest DC villain?
The lamest DC villain.
I
Um,
I would say Ding Dong Daddy.
I don't know who that is.
That's a Teen Titans villain. What, from years ago? They actually name it.
They got some really bad ones at DC. I mean, obviously they do it Marvel too, but I
Yeah.
remember there was this one where, oh, it was the Marvel DC crossover. If you remember the
Ah,
main
yeah.
villain, he was like basically a blank face, like reality villain, and it's like what? I think like the idea was like it was God or something, but they didn't want to put a
Yeah, yeah,
face
yeah,
on God.
yeah, yeah. It's supposed to be God, but it's supposed to be God that combines the two universes. Like the I don't know which crossover was it, but they had this crossover between this God, the Red God, the DC Universe God, the Marvel Universe God, and in the end, they basically just shake hands and just work together. Let's work together and peacefully and like don't fight. It was like it is
It
terrible,
was
but
so bad.
it was terrible, but well, it's Marvel and DC crossover, so yeah, okay,
Mhm.
that's the best that we could get. Do you think Star Wars is
Somebody's
good?
asking if I've ever been to Virginia Beach. I went to Virginia Beach to a school for a month in like 2000 and um, I don't remember what year, 2002 or something.
Okay. So, do you think Star Wars is going to be influenced by political correctness? Depends on how they're gonna take the story. I'm gonna see the Last Jedi to see how they're going to make how they're going to take Rey, because I'm interested to see how they're going to tackle Rey. I'm interested to see whether or not she's going to have the same struggles as Luke or whatever. Because the to be fair, the last movie, The Force Awakens, didn't really give Rey too much time or any of the characters too much time to develop. So I'm open for
I mean,
possibilities.
Finn was a great. I think Finn was the best character in the
Oh
entire
yeah,
movie
yeah. Finn was great. I actually
because he
really
was
liked him.
relatable and stuff. And then you look at Ray, and this is where I think political correctness has kind of got it. So it's like they haven't really they didn't do anything to like have her achieve above, like she has no struggle yet. And you need that struggle so you can see the character develop and all that sort of stuff, and they haven't done that. She's just been perfect, and it's like what I mean by I think PC has already kind of taken over the Star Wars franchise is she's already perfect, so where's the actual struggle going to occur yet? And I wonder if it's just because it's a female character that do they not want her bad stuff to happen to her, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm interested. Probably the same thing that you're kind of talking about.
yeah, yeah. I'm basically open up for interpretation. I'm open for I'm just gonna see whether or not Last Jedi is gonna be good or bad. Opinions on CW's The Flash. I love the first one season. I love the second season. Third season, I stopped watching by the time they decided, you know what, let's do a little crossover with Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow, two shows that I don't watch, so not gonna watch anymore. But I've heard they're doing not that great. So anyway, any of you
My
like
kid
the
plays the Injustice games. Somebody's asking about the Injustice games. My
uh
kid plays the Injustice games. They're pretty good.
yeah, the Injustice games, I love them, and I can't wait for the second one. I hope they release it on the PC too, like the first Injustice, because the only way for me to play the Injustice was I couldn't play it on the PS3 and the PS4. I need to play it on the PC. I do have money to buy a PS4, but I just don't want to buy a PS4.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, so how long did you serve, Captain?
I'm 5 years in the Navy.
Okay. Uh, Walking Dead or Fear of the Walking Dead?
I mean, I think you'd have to go with the regular Walking Dead, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Fear of the Walking Dead was an I don't know. It was a spin-off, but it wasn't that great.
Is
Uh,
it still going, or did they take it off the air?
I don't know. I think it's still going. Do you think that Marvel will ever stop the SJW nonsense with their comics, or will they just carry on? Well, let's see. I'm open to Marvel change, but we're just gonna see if the marketing department guy decided to strawman everybody. Yeah, I think they're gonna do the same thing. But then again, it's
I think
kind
it's
of
going to slightly get better,
yeah.
but I don't. I think a big part of the problem is they don't understand.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so what is the things that you hate most about Star Wars? Mm,
Basically all the movies besides the original movies.
yeah. Uh, Doctor Strange was kind of going SJW. I almost walked out when they said safe space. Well, they said safe space in a different context. Not everything safe space is referring to that safe space. They say safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would make fun of that if I was reading it in a comic book because it's content for a video, but that's correct. I agree with you.
Yeah. So, worst sci-fi movie, Battlefield Earth. Fuck that shit. Okay, where is it? Uh, where is it? Let's get to the favorite female character. Way too broad. Try to be a little specific.
I mean, I
Have you?
like Wonder Woman. I used to like Miss Marvel. I used to like, whatever.
Okay. Have you seen Stranger Things? I haven't, and I have no interest on seeing it. It's apparently 80s nostalgia, but I'm not an 80s guy, so.
Here.
Okay, so did you know that Doctor Strange is a ladies' man that was going to divorce his wife? Uh, huh. Maybe in the story, maybe in the comics. I'm not really sure. The hell? We're not receiving data from a recorder. What? What's
Are you
going
still
on?
there?
What? Stream. The stream cuts off for some reason. Okay, it's good. The stream got cut off. Right. Are we back?
Are you there?
Apparently. Wait a second. Yeah, we're still here. So,
Okay.
apparently the stream cuts off for a bit there. Right. Okay, I think we should be good. Well, anyway, where were we? With that good. Yeah, the Clone Wars TV show, and you had some fun female characters. I haven't watched the Clone Wars TV show. Uh, Doctor Strange, watch it, watch it. It's actually not that bad. I like it. It's enjoyable. My friend who wasn't really a powerful fan, he enjoyed it.
I haven't watched it yet. I own the movie, and my kid said it was good. He's 10 though, so
Oh, okay.
he did recognize that the female Ghostbusters movie was really bad.
Ah, okay. All right. So, moving on. Appa has not reached 30 yet. Not even sure if he would stay a virgin. I don't know. Maybe I would stay a virgin. Do you think that SJW to infect Marvel Comics? Um, well, they already did.
Do I think what?
The Marvel movies. The Marvel movies. Well, depends on how they're gonna do it. I hope they don't. But so far, since I've seen the recent Guardians of the Galaxy, they haven't. But they do. They do cast minorities more. But to be fair, the minorities are awesome characters. So I was like, okay, fine. Um, do you think that Marvel and DC will ever do another crossover? Well, when was the last Marvel and
No.
DC crossover? It was
In
years.
the 90s.
In the 90s. And we're in.
The big thing that's bad about it now is Marvel is owned by Disney, who,
Yes. That's also a problem.
so it's like Warner Brothers and Disney have to agree.
Poe was awesome. Yeah, Poe is also cool, but again, about like another commenter said, he's not as deep. He needs to be a little more developed. A little more developed. Yeah, that's not true. Rey was super developed. She beat a guy, then pilot a ship and shoot and got the Force really quickly. yeah, I agree. It's very well developed right there. Lol, Finn was a good character. The whole Force Awakens was real crap. Specifically Finn. Really, because I like Finn. Yeah, your opinion. Surprising amount of gay fan fiction. The Force Awakens is not the pairing you expect. Oh, please do tell me what the pairing of the gay fan fictions. That would be very good. What's the Force Awakens ship? I don't know what's the Force. I don't know what they're gonna pair in Force Awakens. Let's see whether or not I'm gonna respond to it. What is your favorite Star Wars expanded universe character? I haven't been gone to the Star Wars expanded universe. If you count Knights of the Old Republic as expanded universe, do you count Knights of the Old Republic as expanded universe?
I would, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a very serious.
I like the what's those PlayStation 3 games that were? Do you even know which ones I'm talking about?
Okay,
they took place right before Episode 4.
Uh,
There's two of them.
I think it was The Force Unleashed. Was it The Force
But it was.
Unleashed or?
Yes, Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
I
It
like
was
that character. That was a good game.
okay. Force Unleashed was pretty fun. This is a very serious question, a huge question. How do you feel about Queen's Blade? That's not a huge question unless you refer to the other thing that is huge. Okay. Let's see. Uh, is there any good Marvel Comics writers left in there? What do you think? Do
I
you?
think there are. I think this is really what I think the problem is it's bad leadership.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Bad management.
so
Yeah.
what it is when you allow people to do whatever they want, sometimes if they're not the best, you know, they need to be riled back into their where they need to be, you know. So like Mark Waid has written Kingdom Come, which is a great comic book. You know, Brian
Mm-hmm.
Michael Bendis has written
Yeah. Yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man, great comic book. They can do that again. They just need leadership. They need to get somebody else in as editor in chief and get different editors that know what they're doing to get these guys on the right path to success. You know, because these guys are great. Brian Michael Bendis is a great writer. Mark Waid is a great writer. They can do good stuff.
Yeah.
They just need somebody to show them the way.
Yeah. Need good management. So let's see. Let's see if we have any questions here. Ghostbusters 1 or 2 or female Ghostbusters? The first one, obviously.
Yeah, the second one's terrible.
Second one,
It's all right, I guess.
It's all right. Isn't that bad? It isn't that bad. I'm completely open with the second one. I'll watch it. Yeah, it has some cringy moments, but it wasn't horrible. Favorite yandere or psycho character? Does yandere from Yandere Simulator count? Because I don't really like from from Mirai Nikki. I don't really. Orcs or orcs?
Orcs or orcs.
Yeah, I think
Somebody
he's referred to.
has females Ghostbusters.
He's referring to the one in the Warhammer. So, orcs. Orcs. GLA/Avengers. Oh yeah, they did a GLA/Avengers, did they?
Yeah, that was it was all right.
Okay. What is the worst sin committed by SCW Marvel by the time they decided that to say that fan fiction is a good thing? And this is coming from someone who writes fan fiction.
Like I was in I think that was because Miss Marvel actually writes fan fiction, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I read a comic book where they basically was making fun of the readers, and I was trying to read the page to the camera, and I did it like 3 or 4 times, and I kept getting pissed off. And so I eventually I wouldn't have to do it again, because I get very I want to do it good or whatever. So I eventually just ripped the comic book in front of the camera to be dramatic. So I wouldn't have to do it again.
Nice.
Now it's done. I've done it good enough.
All right.
I thought it was funny.
So, do you prefer Jin from Rogue One or Starkiller in The Force Unleashed? Starkiller, no question. Like, at least he can do awesome things. Jin, what can Jin do? I'm not.
Which one was Jin? Is Jin the female character?
Jin Erso from
Jin in
Rogue One. Yeah, Rogue One.
She was unlikable. Like, she always looked angry.
No, it's not that she's unlikable. She's blank. Like, she's blank. Like, there's not. I can't really describe what her personality is. She's just flowing in. She's like a robot. She could have been.
All those people in the movie were. The biggest thing about that movie was they were traveling somewhere and we didn't get to know them at all.
Yeah. So
that was boring.
All right. So I feel that The Force Awakens was just reused and crap and forced narrative. Just give the good guys all the powers they need to do good. Yeah, I wish that Force Awakens... The thing that I hated so much about this is that a lot of Hollywood movies these days, they tend to make the main characters to not have too much struggle. They are basically afraid of giving the characters some form of difficulty. And I'm starting to notice this in the Star Wars movies as well, in Rogue One as well. Like, if there could be more challenge for the characters to overcome, I would probably appreciate the movie more. I would probably sympathize with the character more, but I just don't think it's not. It should be a little bit more challenging. It happens also with Korra as well, Legend of Korra. I thought season one and two didn't really give Korra too much. I hated the fact that Avatar Aang has to come in and just give her powers. Just give it away. Just give her back all the powers. Like she could have basically started the entire first season with only the airbending. It's basically kind of like Aang, and she has to eventually learn to the process. But no, we have to cheat our way through because have Avatar Aang in and just give her all the powers back. I was like, no. And
Well, and with for instance, with the not the Force Awakens, but the other one, I just went blank. But what's the other movie called? The one that just came out?
Rogue One.
Rogue One. Okay, so Rogue One, like it starts out interesting because you have her family die
Yeah.
right in front of her, and it's like, well, that's great, story wise. That sucks in real life, but that's great storytelling right there. But then they immediately just trashed it by not delving in any farther.
Okay.
They skip ahead like 20 years, and it's like, well, you part, like, where's her struggle, where's her growth?
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to next question. Do you own an apple farm? No. It's a weird question. If you can create a superhero, what will it be, and what will powers give to him or her? Difficult. Try to be specific a little bit more specific. Favorite battle speech? Also difficult. A little bit
battle
specific.
Speech.
It would be.
I'll go with Braveheart.
Yeah, Braveheart is good.
Speech.
Braveheart is really damn good. Will Marvel ever get back on track? Doubtful.
I think they will eventually, but I mean,
yeah,
you're gonna have to figure it out.
Still needs to be very skeptical to the entire thing. Korra nearly paid no price for the whole thing. Aang nearly got killed and has a gaping wound on his back. Yeah, essentially season 1 and season 2, it's basically Korra. It's basically just Korra jerking off. Season 3 and season 4 is where Korra actually feels some form of a suffering, and season 3 and season 4 turns out to be the better seasons. So season 1, 2 are garbage. Will you either of you be reviewing History Channel newest TV show about comic book superheroes decoded? Depends. Does it have any SJW nonsense? It would probably be amazing. Is it gonna go full Bill Nye? Because
Bill Nye.
Persona
I didn't even know that they were doing something. That's cool though. if it's actually accurate, but
yeah, it's Persona Waifu War.
Apparently, probably though. I just got this idea.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be aliens invented all the comic books though.
Yeah, okay.
Since it's the History Channel.
Yeah. Okay. Persona Waifu War incoming. It's either between Makoto or Futaba. I just need to choose between the two. I'm not really sure, but maybe I'm gonna start a war. Am I? Damn. Korra ending is merely an SJW tool to force people to agree. It's lesbian ending without questioning the build-up. Yeah, Korrasami is. I saw Korrasami and they just shoehorned in lesbian. Like I was weirded out, but I just basically just kind of accepted and moved on. And okay, whatever. At least they have good fan arts, so there's that. Where were you? I hate Korrasami ship. Who dates the person who stole their boyfriend? Yeah, that is retarded. Wait a second. Yeah, let's get the Capn Cummings. Do you hate Deadpool? Why? How would you hate Deadpool? That doesn't make any sense. How would you hate Deadpool? That's a very good question.
I think every single person I know that doesn't read comics likes Deadpool.
Yeah. The movie, especially after the movie, is pretty good. So, yeah, Yeah, I agree. Think about it. Luke nearly got killed twice in A New Hope. He got shot in the Battle of Hoth. Luke was never invincible. Yeah, basically, it's just the issues in the Star Wars movie. The characters need to suffer more. Sounds freaking psychotic in some ways, but if you want to make good stories, that's how you make good stories.
Well, and it's kind of like this. Movies want to. Hollywood doesn't know how to. They're trying to pander to the greater like international audience,
Uh
and
huh.
they think that they want more action. So when you do these crazy stunts that we know how to do with CGI nowadays, it makes the stars look even more super heroic, than they already. And so it's I think it's a battle, with that.
Uh huh. All right. So Deadpool is boring. Oh my god, that is a very controversial opinion.
I thought that was like one of the funniest movies.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I mean, the story isn't the greatest. I mean,
Yeah,
but
obviously.
it's
It,
comedy.
it's a movie that is good. And that is good. Not perfect. It doesn't try to be perfect. It doesn't try to be a masterpiece. It just tries to be good. And that's the best part of the movie. It's a movie hey, let's just make a good movie. So
But well, and it's great because they tried something different, And so many movies nowadays are they just sit the whole formula,
mhm.
the same formula every time, and it's like, okay, I've seen this one already. But Deadpool tried to be, self-aware, of what it is.
This is an interesting question. Do you have a favorite piece of SJW media or a popular personality or someone, either of which you can't lose for love regardless of politics? So, do you have something or someone or a game or a movie or someone that have SJW opinions, but they make really good works that to the point where, yeah, whatever, you can't really ignore them? That's actually uh, a difficult question because there are some people.
I really like I can go with this one.
Mhm.
Brian K. Vaughan is somebody that's a comic book artist. He's very progressive. So like if you read if you read Saga, I
Mhm.
don't know if you read Saga, but they have like transgenders and gays and just all this different stuff like that. But it's written really well, and it's not just ham-fisted in for the sake. I mean, it might be, but it's a really good story. It's kind of like Star Wars and uh, Romeo and Juliet mixed together,
Uh-huh.
sort of thing. And it's like, oh, that's cool, you know.
All right.
Um,
So I think we have been catching up to the chat. I really wish that I really wish the chat could give me more questions. But we've been streaming for an hour and 46 minutes. So I'm just gonna close it here because I haven't had breakfast. I need to eat. I'm so hungry. So
it is the most important meal of the day.
yep, important meal. You gotta need to have breakfast, buddy. So anyway, thank you so much, Captain Cummings, for hanging out. It's been absolutely fantastic, and thank you guys so much for hanging in. It's been great. It's been fun. Thank you for all the questions, and have any last words to say?
Well, thanks for having me on, and we had some good discussion for a little bit, and
Alphabet's hunger stream. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for hang out, guys. If you guys haven't checked out Captain Cummings, link for his channel and his Twitter in the description. It's been great, so thank you guys so much for joining again, and I'll see you guys later.